Yo, what is good, everybody? What is good, yo? Sorry if my mic was too loud, yo. So, Jojo, Bizarre Adventures, my God. No action this week, but, oh, I guess not necessarily zero action, but we did get to see a very interesting development of a fight. And it's really funny to see someone do something and try to guess, like literally see anything that happens. Like a guy stuffing a cat in a bottle and then trying to figure out what someone's stand might be just because of that. It's actually crazy that I got it right on the first try, and I pretty much was guessing that he could shrink people, um, or vice versa, maybe, since he somehow stuck a cat in a bottle. Okay, that was a pretty clear sign that he had some type of ability to like control size and like weight or something like that. So I was like, can he really get smaller or something? And then it 100% confirmed. I mean, not with just the name, the title of the name of his stand, what like little tiny feet. um, it's really funny that this show kind of pairs people up with like their perfect adversaries, kind of. I have a feeling that the reason why we're watching this certain character go out and get groceries and shopping and all this stuff is this. It's going to play a pivotal role when it comes down to him being the reason why he faces this person. That's usually how Jojo gets down. Kind of like how everybody got captured right off the bat um, on the boat. You know, they all just like, oh no, there's a one stand user and he's beating like seven of us. You know what I mean? Like and then the one stand user that doesn't get beat or doesn't get caught is the one that has the quirk or the ability to see um, everything that has had like happened within like 2 hours or something like that. So JoJo really has a way of. There's always a reasoning to why they usually pick these characters to do certain things, and that's where my brain went to as soon as I saw this character. Sure, we've seen like everybody else's stand besides one other person, and that's why it makes more sense that this is an obvious way of them just showing us that there's a reason why they picked him in particular compared to the guy with the blonde hair who was jabbing our boy with the keys and trying to explain to him just exactly why it's important for him to, take detours and not come straight back to give their positions away, which seemingly he might do on accident now, which on his part, it's, like not even negotiable for everybody else. Like if he shows up like within 5 minutes, he's gonna get just beat up by everybody. Um, Not to mention the guy that's with him that he would bring. Um, but I think that he's smart enough to know that with a stand, there's no way that the guy, if he didn't die, if there was no corpse, there's no way that he's giving up on you. That's just something I feel like all of these characters know by now, like all of our main characters anyway. Like they're not dense enough to think like, "Oh, huh, these stand users, they're not gonna, be able to just leave and go away. They're gonna stay here. They're gonna try to get their mission done. Because I mean, not only are they stand user and like just being a stand user, you usually know of more stand users that are pretty dangerous, um, and usually threatening their lives. You know, for some reason have that about them, just so threatening. But with having the daughter that they're watching over now, and supposedly they're not supposed to have to do it for long. Um, we saw very quickly just who already, at least a number of people that are going to be coming after them. They have at least, I want to say, 5 to 4 people coming after them. Right after we were told about like them even being a thing. So, um, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that the guy who is right now that we're watching that's on their team, the guy with who was with the cat and stuff, it's pretty clear to me that they're trying to act like he's the leader of this all, like, oh, Mr. Cat, since he's talking a lot and he's the first one on the screen, he could be the leader. He seems important, but it's really just a bait and switch at this point because there's no way um, him and including him putting himself in a situation like that so easily to get bodied. He would have got bodied so easily there. And if he's willing to do that and go out like that, it just goes to show you that he's probably not the highest in priority of the group. Um, I think also with their namings like Tiny Feet and then you got Tiny Feet and then you got Little Bomber, you know what I mean? Like does that not sound like they go perfectly together? Oh, Tiny Feet fights against Little Bomber. You know what I mean? Like that sounds like a pay-per-view boxing match that you're gonna pay for to go see, So it's just interesting to me that JoJo always has these types of like outcomes in their shows where we always watch a character that seemingly fights someone that kind of compliments them or kind of just gives them a chance to win, So really interested to see what you guys think about the tiny little Obama and the tiny Elfito. So I'm really interested in knowing. But other than that, we don't know anything about this daughter besides the point that she doesn't know what her father looks like and never has met him before. So that's about all we have on her, and that, there's people after her. And because of her being so her, it literally helped this guy pretty much put two and two together once he saw all the different things he was, buying. He was buying high heels, like leggings and stuff like that. So it was pretty obvious that he was shopping for a woman, but not only that, he started putting two to two together like, oh, if it was a woman that would shop for this, she would probably do it herself because women are really picky on what they get. I mean, not only that, they gotta worry about their size, make sure it actually fits, all these different things. He's putting all the pieces to the puzzle together pretty quickly, and now with his ability to become small as well as make other people small, it looks like, which is kind of messed up now that I'm thinking about it, because these JoJo characters are all pretty like messed up in the head in the sense of they have no like compassion for life. They just don't care. But for his stand to start to make the other guy smaller, he had cut him, and draw blood from him. So it's like, what the heck did he do to the cat to make it, or like how much blood did he take from it uh, to be able to make it shrink, and that might be one of the bigger things that kind of give us a look into his ability, or like just give us a look into how to defeat him. Is maybe if you don't take enough blood or something from him, you won't. I mean, he got a pretty good gash off this guy's face, and he didn't shrink in an instant of like him looking at email and then all of a sudden having a bottle and using the bottle. Like the cat shrunk very quickly, or he had way more control of it, of the like the speed of it. And then to think that after we see that, we then see, him go down. He starts going down a little bit, like taking damage, and it's not even nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's literally him barely taking any type of. Oh my God! He switched sides. You monster! I will kill you. Kurase. uh, But yeah, we really are left in. Oh wow, I destroyed them already. Cool. Um, we were really left in the dark when it came down to just how this guy shows up in the car all willy-nilly. How they found out that. Oh, that was loud. How they found out anything surrounding the whole notion that you know if the daughter is how do they know the daughter even exists for one thing, and by knowing the daughter exists, what are you doing trying to like outright kill those people, and what for what reason, you know what I mean? Because it feels like that is starting to become more of a um, bigger topic for the show at this point anyway. I mean, with Geo really just kind of taking the back seat with these last couple of episodes and letting other people kind of just keep moving up and doing whatever they're doing, taking the leaps. He has to do that with Bajorno, the guy who his leader is of the group, because the people in the gang organization already trust him. So when it comes down to handing down power, he'll be really quick to hand it down to his subordinates, which Geo is one of them. So I'm just really curious into what you guys think about all of this different notions of people being, taken in. Uh, the girl, the daughter of the boss, who like no one actually knows who the heck he is. All of these different things are really kind of on my mind now, just to think of how big of an implications they can have. Because at this point in time, they didn't feel like they were going to be that important, but I mean, once you put them in the light like this, they seem relatively important. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys are thinking about Jojo, and just if you think if we're about to see some actual epic battles and whatnot. But if not, let me know if you guys just think we're gonna be in a chill period after we take out like one of them. And because I mean, think about it. We went straight up from an arc of getting money to move up in the ranks to then we move up in the ranks, and as soon as they move up, they are already back at where they started. So it's actually ridiculous to think that as soon as they were done with something, something twice as big pops up and has probably twice as crazy stand users than the ones we already seen. But that is to be seen in these in these next couple of Fridays to come. So with that, everybody, my anime people, take care and peace.